This is an example on how to create a histogram using R. Again, this is the R console. You need to type in the data first. The easiest way to do that is to just copy and paste the name of this one I decided to call recurrence. The read.csv is what you tell R to say, I want you to read a CSV file. And then this rest of this here is the address for where the file is located. I will have those in the homework notes and in the notes online for the examples in the notes online, and for the homework in the homework assigned homework. So if you hit enter, again, nothing looks like it actually happens. It's just that it's saved that information in there. It's always a good idea to kind of look at the data. You don't want to look at all of it, but if you do a head, we call it head, and then type in the name of the data set and hit enter, it'll tell you what the variable is and a few of the data points. This is a good idea to do so that you can see what the variable's name is. In this case, the variable's name is tumor, and I spelled it wrong. So you have to make sure you do based on what the spelling is in the data set and not on what you think the spelling is. So now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and create a histogram. To create a histogram in R, you just say hist, and then the name of the variable. Now the variable is inside of a data set, so we have to put in the name of the data set, and then a $sign says, hey, I want you to use this variable, and the name of the variable afterwards. And you just hit enter, and it pops one. So I'm going to resize this window a little bit so that you can see all of it. And here it is. So this is the histogram that R creates. Notice it actually does put a title on it. It does put a label on the y-axis and a label on the x-axis. If you don't find these titles all that interesting and descriptive of what's going on, then we're going to redo the titles. So the way we do that is we're going to go back into the R console, and you're going to go ahead and type in the hist again, the name of the variable again, and then to put titles on, remember titles are always done with main. It's the main thing on the graph, the main title. So I'm going to call this recurrence of tumor after chemotherapy, because that's what this data set is about. Make sure you close the quotes. So make sure you open with a quote and then close with a quote. And what happens is that whatever you type in here is exactly what R will put on your graph. So if you type a typo, it will do the typo. And then we're going to do a Y label. And again, Y label equals. And in quotes, you're going to type in maybe, I don't care what you put in, but I'm going to type in number of people. On the Mac, when I open a quote, it automatically puts in the close quote, but on a PC it does not. So make sure you put in the right, put in the quotes. And then my X label, which is X lab, and that's the same on every graph. Main, Y lab, and X lab are the exact same for every type of graph we will ever do in this course. And I'm going to call this time. And because this was in months, I'm going to go ahead and put in months in parentheses just to tell whoever's reading this that that's the case. And then the last thing is I don't particularly like the gray color, so I'm going to put in a different color. You don't have to. I just happen to like a different color. So I'm going to call it color, and actually I call it COL for color. So it's just the first three letters of color. And then you can type in any letter you like for some reason, or any color you like. For some reason, I like the color blue with graphs, but you can put any color you want. I'm not sure it has things like chartreuse, but I do know that you can put in lavender and pink and purple and different colors like that. And then just hit enter. It doesn't look like anything happened, and that's because I didn't close the window before. So I didn't close my window that created the graph in it when I went to do this new one. You don't have to do that, but it will just change this graph based on the new information. And because I didn't close it, you have to go find that window. You can either go up under window or just type in or just find that window like I did where I moved the other window. And there's your graph. Then if you just click on the graph, notice nothing really seems to happen. And you can do a copy. And then you can post it into any Word document you want to at this point. And that's how you create a histogram.